All right, what's going on, guys? Got another book review. This time it's going to be Star Wars costumes. This is a great book. Even though I'm not really into cosplay or building costumes as props, it's still a fascinating book. It's all very, very focused, and it's original trilogy, which is what I like. Um, and there's a lot of really good reference shots of props, and there are a lot of them. A lot of times they are modern photos too that show pretty good detail. Sometimes they're smaller since the props are not necessarily the focus. It's part of the costume, but it's a really great book. It's by uh, Brandon Alinger, who runs the one of the guys that runs a prop store, and I'm actually surprised I'm not friends with him on Facebook. I'm in a lot of the same groups and have a lot of mutual friends, but um, yeah, I don't know why. Anyways, um, let's take a look. All right, here it is. It's got this nice gold leaf type of print on the titles here. You can see it reflect. It's a very nice book. I actually picked this copy up really cheap. Got a used copy, and yeah, it was a steal. But even for a new one, I think they're still around new. I can't remember. I'd have to double check. It's really not that bad of a price book, especially for what you get inside. So let's take a peek inside. Got a contents. Got a foreword by John Mullo. He's one of the costume designers, if you didn't know. Won a lot of awards, rightfully so. And we got Aggie here, Aggie Rogers again, and Nilo. And the book is broken up into three sections: A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. So I'm just going to flip through a few spots and kind of show you what you can expect in this book. So we do have some concept art. Kind of, it's more sketch up for like what the costumes could look like. Looks like a sort of a Luke, but a little bit of Han in there. I don't know. I get a little bit deeper in here. So we got Princess Leia in her gown, Imperial stuff, and they do have some really cool props. I do really like a lot of the armor and helmets and things like that. You do get some background shots, like R2D2 down here, and you'll see a lot of like blasters, and sometimes you'll see lightsabers and things like that. You got McQuarrie art up here in the corner, but typically the artwork, like the concept art and stuff like that's a little bit in the background unless it's really focusing on costume. There's a lot of Vader stuff, really good Vader stuff. Especially, if you're into Vader stuff, I think this is definitely a book you got to have. Or Stormtrooper, if you're in the 501 trying to make accurate armor, this is absolute must. Obi-Wan stuff, it's just page after page of it's like got everything in it. You can see Luke's lightsaber. That's a very good, clear image. Anyways, a lot of, background stuff. There's a lot of stuff that you've probably seen before in here, but there's probably going to be a lot of stuff you haven't if you've never flipped through this book. Just really great stuff. Oh, I love this one. All the fighter pilot helmets for the X-Wings, and look how weathered they are. All the different styles. Everybody's an individual. All the detail that's in Star Wars. I think that's what really makes Star Wars Star Wars. Is just, it feels real, but it's just got so much detail, so much depth of story when it comes to like the background. It's not just little, cheap stuff. It's everything was paid attention to. These are all the, other pilots, and they got just as much love, it looks like, as the heroes. Anyway, let me bounce around in this. Let me bump up to Empire here. Here's her. Yeah, Empire Strikes Back. Got the Leia. See, they even have R2-D2 because he was a costume. Looks uncomfortable, doesn't it? I mean, that's just wild. Kenny Baker squeezing into that. But yeah, like this is just a background character, and look at all the detail. I mean, I think that's what really sells it. Anyways, I'm just gonna keep bouncing around. Oh, look at that. Does that look familiar? Something I'm working on right there. Showed up in a photo in this book. It's actually in here a couple times. But this is in the Empire section. That's the Return of the Jedi blaster. But oh yeah, there's a lot of Boba Fett stuff. There's the EE3 again in the fold-out. Bunch of helmets, and they're all just slightly different. Looks like he's been shot at a few times. Yeah, here's another. I love the detail on the masks. I mean, that's just incredible. Here's a Bosk and his gun. That's been popping up lately in the forums. Han Solo in his jacket. And there's one of the stunt blasters. Lando. But yeah, it's just such a really good book, and I'm gonna get back here to Return of the Jedi for a bit. We got a few cool things. We got the metal bikini, of course. Got a big fold out of that on a mannequin. But there's lots of really good photos in here. I mean, they have a lot of detail. And there's a lot of text. And it's in English. It isn't in French for a change. I mean, come on. That should be an easy sell for anybody. Oh yeah, I love these helmets. Look at this. This looks like an old Bell motorcycle helmet they just glued on like various things. I mean, it looks great. All of these do. I don't know why that reminds me of Airwolf. Got some goggles there. It looks like maybe Lando's goggles. Got the Emperor. Got the guards, dignitaries, rebel troopers. Got Hans Duster. Got some weird stuff. Leia's. Oh, more Ewoks. There's Wicket. His lips are not as dry. Drier lips. Whatever wants to see what the inside of an Ewok looks like. It's kind of creepy. It's so weird. More Ewoks. God. Dry lips. Oh, and yeah, this is a great section. The Vader reveal. A lot of really great photos. Like, look at that. I love this one. God, it's just incredible. What a great prop. What a great costume. They got the severed hand and the arm there. God, it's so good. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go through. Okay, should you pick up this book? Yes, 100% get this book. It is fantastic. If I was going to go back and rebuy only a couple books, this would be right at the top of the list. I mean, out of the books I've reviewed so far, this is probably the best one. It's very focused, which I like. I mean, it's costumes, but it considers other things as parts of the costume. Like the blasters and lightsabers. So you do get a little bit of that, but it just has so much good information. I really love this book. Brandon Alinger did a great job of assembling like the most complete book on costumes. I mean, nothing else holds a candle. If you're into costumes, I mean, that's the book to have. I mean, that's probably the only book you really care about. The rest of them there's nothing in them that one doesn't have. They all have like a little bit of costumes, but that one is really super focused and thorough. I don't know that it misses much. If it does, it's probably something very obscure. So I will have a link to this for Amazon and eBay. They will both be affiliate links. If you click on those links and buy something, that helps me out. I would very much appreciate it. And yeah, check it out. I'm going to have more of these book reviews. I've got a few more books I'm going to cover. Really, I've only got probably 4 more books that I have at the moment that I can cover. So there'll be more of these coming out. If you're curious about a book, I will try to cover it, but no guarantees. I don't have every single book. There's a couple that are on my list to get that are pretty pricey and I don't have. So maybe one day I'll pick them up and I'll review those at this time. But yeah. Anyways, check out the blog propchopshop.com. There will be a link in the description. You can click on that and it'll take you right there. You can find me on the RPF, my blog, Facebook. I'm in a lot of the Facebook groups for Star Wars stuff. So yeah, let me know what you think. I'll talk to you guys later.